It gives me great pleasure to stand before you as proud president of Bay Area Houston Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta, affectionately known as BAHA. BAHA was chartered on February the 26, 2005, and from its inception, our chapter has been a pillar in the communities that we service in the greater Houston area. Our goal is to align ourselves with the Grand Chapter's initiatives, projects, and membership services to form a cohesive union within our sisterhood. What began with 50 faithful women who were engineers, educators, business owners, attorneys, administrators, wives, mothers, public service, and community leader has grown to an organization that continues to transform lives and make change real. BAHA's membership continues to flourish with over 180 active members, all registered voters, and 90% with advanced degrees. As one of the baby Delta chapters of Greater Houston area, we are pleased to announce a few projects that our chapter is noteworthy for and have received local, regional, and national recognition. National Exemplary Program Lose to Win Physical and Mental Health, Southwest Region Implementation Award for Economic Development's DST Home Ownership Initiative, Southwest Region Membership Services Award, USA Census 2010 Census Partner, Keep Pearland Beautiful, Adopt a Spot, Delta Youth Community Volunteerism with Salvation Army and Pearland Neighborhood Centers, our International Awareness and Involvement Project, A Mile in My Shoes, and Pillowcase Dresses sent to students in Sierra Leone, and our annual Arts and Letters Holiday to Savior with an emphasis on the culinary arts. Most recently, the NAACP Houston Branch Certificate for Outstanding Volunteerism during the summer of 2012. You see, BAHA members are dedicated to the vision of our founders, and as we dive into our centennial year, we are committed to the great work still to be done through a sisterhood called to serve and by always putting service first. Thank you. I am Brenda Webb Powell, President, Bay Area Houston Alumni Chapter. Our Founders Day Chair is LaTanya Smith.
Greetings, Sorors, family members, and friends. I am Pamela Cashaw, the 17th President of Houston Metropolitan Alumni Chapter, affectionately known as HMAC. And on behalf of our charter members, executive committee, executive board, past presidents, and each member, it is with great inclination, humbleness, and appreciation that I extend a heartfelt congratulations on our Silver Joint Founders Day observance and most importantly, Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated 100th anniversary. Let me begin by saying that I was blessed to be in Washington, D.C. on January 13, 2013, and take part in our 100th anniversary, accompanied by 33 other members of HMAC and approximately 13,000 other Sorors from across the globe. Words cannot express my feelings, the atmosphere, and the programs that brought our founders and our history alive. The pride we all shared during that weekend truly brought us together as sisters of the greatest sorority in the land. As we all know, the work began with our founders, and it carries on until today, and will continue through the next 100 years and beyond. In keep with our founders' vision, HMAC adopted the theme, Together Everyone Achieves More, with a strong focus on commitment. Taking care of Delta and HMAC's business is the norm, and we have been recognized for many of our service projects, focusing on our 5-point programmatic thrust and national initiatives. To name a few: economic development, how to jumpstart a business on a shoestring budget; educational development, youth empowerment team summits; international awareness and involvement, H1N1 has gone global, Are You Ready? And World AIDS Day; physical and mental health, healthy lifestyles; political awareness and involvement, prayer candlelight visual, and feed the homeless; Delta Red Army Day and Get Out the Vote; Impact Day, Embody, first impressions, lessons in etiquette for young males; St. Jude Give Thanks Walk; and yes, we are recognized as a flagship chapter of the blazing Southwest region for compliance. We are proud to boast that through our scholarship fundraisers and community partners, we are able to sponsor at least 15 $1,000 scholarships each year for deserving freshman students to help assist in their college endeavors. Scholarship donations totaling over $40,000 during the current administration alone. We're also proud of the leadership positions held by members of HMAC on the national, regional, and state levels: Ritual and Ceremonies Commission, National Audit Committee, National Task Force, Delta Internal Development Coordinator for Texas, New Mexico, Texas, New Mexico State Chaplain, Texas, New Mexico Newsletter Journalist for the Bund, and Cluster 3 Newsletter Journalist for the Trait. In closing, I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every member of Houston Metropolitan Alumni Chapter for all that you do to keep the torch burning and for making this Founders Day celebration a success. I know that with each of your continued support, talent, leadership abilities, and servant's heart, Team HMAC will continue to transform lives and impact communities. HMAC Sorors, when I say HMAC, you say, yes, we are proud to be Deltas.
To all family, friends, esteemed guests, and members of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, I bid you greeting from the Delta Gamma chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Delta Gamma chapter has initiated over 500 young ladies into Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Illustrious Organization. One of the most celebrated members of Delta Gamma chapter is Sarah Barbara Jordan, who is the first African-American woman elected to the Texas State Senate. Sarah Jordan was president of the Delta Gamma chapter in 1955. It is her legacy and shoulders from which I stand. My name is Dorothy Hardy, and I am the honored president of this flourishing chapter. Delta Gamma chapter was chartered on March 9, 1949, on the campus of Texas Southern University. Since that day, the Delta Gamma chapter has continued the vision of our founders by promoting the 5 programmatic thrusts in our local community and school campus. We have initiated the Shed It or Regret It Healthy Weight Loss Program under the Physical and Mental Health Thrust, All About the Benjamins Financial Seminar, which promoted financial planning under the Economic Development Thrust. Delta Gamma chapter partnered with the Houston Metropolitan chapter in their annual Teen Summit and World AIDS Day programs under the Education and International Awareness and Involvement Thrust, as well as hosted a voter registration drive that registered over 160 students to vote under the Social Action Thrust. As a representation of the collegiate members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, I challenge you collegiate members to move forward in Delta and one of the 5 alumni chapters here in Houston. We are so grateful to have such a wonderful example of service in our city. So on behalf of the Delta Gamma chapter, I would like to say congratulations on the Silver Joint Founders Day observance, and let us continue to serve in this centennial year as our sorority have been called to do.
To our families, friends, and the dynamic, devastating, dedicated sorors of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, welcome to the Greater Houston Area Joint Founders Day celebration. My name is LaToya Brooks Harris, President of North Harris County Alumni Chapter, and I bring you greetings on behalf of the chapter. We thank you for celebrating 100 years of sisterhood, scholarship, and service with us. In our 100 years of service, we have made tremendous strides in areas impacting minorities aligned with our 5-point programmatic thrust: educational development, economical development, international awareness and involvement, political awareness and involvement, and physical and mental health. Along with more than 1,000 chapters, I'm proud to say that the North Harris County Alumni Chapter has been a part of that work since our inception in April of 2006. North Harris County has implemented several programs such as voter registration drives, Delta Academy, and Delta Gyms. Delta Academy is a program that prepares young girls ages 11 through 14 for the 21st century. The Delta Gyms program focuses on instilling academic excellence and provides tools that assist adolescents, young ladies ages 14 to 18 with goal setting and planning skills for their future. Both the Delta Academy and the Delta Gyms programs are offered to minority students living in the areas of Cypress, Jersey Village, Tomball, Spring, and Humble. We look forward to your continued support of the North Harris County Alumni Chapter and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated for the next century. Thank you again, and happy Founders Day, Soror.
My name is Sarah Jefferson, and 25 years ago, I was the president of the Suburban Houston Fort Bend Chapter here in the Greater Houston area. My reflections on Joint Founders Day with all Deltas in the Houston area is that it has been one of the most rewarding events in my 50 years of serving Delta Sigma Theta. 27 years ago, Sarah Brown and I were taking a break from our responsibilities as representatives of our chapters at National Convention. We began to have a conversation about what our likes and dislikes were, about what we thought would be a great opportunity to come together as a group. And guess what happened? We came up with the idea of having a joint Founders Day celebration. Of course, each chapter had planned for the next year, but we brought it to our chapters and it was approved. Each year we have grown in numbers. Attending our Founders Day has always been a joy for me, and here we are today in the sold-out room of my sisters from each of the graduate and undergraduate chapters in the Houston area. As presidents at the time, we talked about wanting to bring together our sisters to not only celebrate our founding, but celebrate us as one sisterhood. Each chapter has their own focus, but in the end, we all have the same mission: to serve and help others. Each Founders Day activity has served as a day for each soror to bring that spirit of sisterhood to our open and closed events, to share with our new sorors how we can come together as sisters to celebrate and leave with each of us wanting to become more dedicated in our commitment to serve. We will serve as an example of what our founders believed. Sorors, as we begin to celebrate and move forward into the next century, let us not forget why we are here to serve our community, why we must have love for each other as we work for our community, and why we must be as one for Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. As we go about our daily lives, keep in mind that sister who may have challenges, or that sister who has become jobless, or that sister who just cannot keep that positive attitude, or even that sister who is just looking to be accepted. Sisters, remember, we are one when it involves being a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Good morning. I am Sarah Malone Brown, a charter member, former president of Houston Metropolitan Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, affectionately known as HMAC. One day while sitting at my kitchen table, a thought popped up in my mind, and I envisioned what it would be like if all of the Delta chapters in the Houston area got together and had a joint Founders Day celebration. It seemed a large task, but I thought, we can do this. Sorors of Delta Sigma Theta can achieve anything when we believe. My intentions for this joint Founders Day celebration was to exhibit unity, love, and sisterhood as we reflected on the origins of our illustrious sorority and our trailblazing founders. After going through all of the formalities for approval, Soror Zona Jefferson, then president of Suburbia Houston Fort Bend chapter, and the area collegiate chapters got together and my vision became a reality. Our first joint Founders Day celebration was held at the Crown Plaza. Nearly 200 guests attended, and today, 25 years later, we are still celebrating together as sisters should. Thanks to all of you for your continued support.
I bring greetings to you, the community leaders, friends, family, and my sisters of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. My name is Sylvia Tiller Jackson, and I am the ever so proud president of Suburban Houston Fort Bend Alumni Chapter. I, like all of the other presidents, am so excited about this centennial celebration. Yes, it is true, we have been on the battlefields for 100 years. Yes, it is true that we have marched in Washington for the plights of women. We gave books out in the South when our schools were still segregated, and they thought we could not even read. Yes, it is true that we take on the tough issues that impact our communities politically, economically, socially, educationally, and in international territories. Yes, we fight for the rights of the less fortunate and weak, but most importantly, we do it and have done it year after year after year for 100 years, and we are gearing up for the next 100. Get ready, because those women in red and white are absolutely in a community near you. Suburban Houston Fort Bend Alumni Chapter has been serving the Fort Bend and parts of the southwest inner loops of Houston for more than 36 years. We tout a membership of over 315 members and have service programs that promote the 5 programmatic thrusts. Our programs include, but are not limited to, giving scholarship and awards to deserving high school seniors. In the 2011-2012 school years, we awarded more than $20,000 to 12 students from schools throughout our service area. Additionally, we have held scholarship workshops for more than 20 years to prepare high school graduates for a successful transition through college. During our May Week program, every year we acknowledge elementary, middle, and high school students for their literary and artistic gifts. Our Social Action Committee is definitely in action. During 2012 election cycle alone, we promoted voter education and registration through our Red Army 100 campaign. We mobilized 100 Delta women to assist in voters registration simultaneously at 22 different sites for 2 hours service time. Our Program Planning and Development Committee is like no other. We manage and run all 3 national educational initiatives: Delta GEMS, high school girls, Delta Academy, middle school girls, and Embody, young men ages 11 through 18. We serve more to 80 to 90 students each month. We provide the program absolutely free of charge to students. Our students get exposed to money management, social etiquette, life skills, and conflict resolution, just to name a few. They have tons of fun in each program. Suburban Houston Fort Bend Alumni Chapter is dedicated, determined, and destined to be the chapter that sets the bar for all service projects for the next millennium. Happy silver anniversary to Greater Houston area chapters, and happy centennial, Sarah.